Hello there. April so far has produced a lot of dry weather, with the best of the sunshine out to the west because high pressure has dominated.
Good morning. The dry and settled weather that we've had recently is going to continue as we go through the course of the day today. But into the weekend, things are set to change. We're going to see things turning more changeable, especially as we go through into next week with some showers in the forecast.
Do you know what's helpful sometimes is even before you say anything, we get a little notion of what the weather's like because we look at what you're wearing. And you're wearing the kind of quite warm, good for if it's chilly in the morning, might get a bit warm later outfit. What do you think?
That's the problem at the moment, isn't it, Charlie? Yeah, you have to be warm first thing in the morning, but by the afternoon, it is lovely. It's another day for the layers, let's say. But very good morning to you anyway. I'm in Bedfordshire this morning. I'm at the RSPB's headquarters here to talk about their big garden birdwatch survey results. Were you one of the 600,000 who took part at the end of January? Well, you might be unsurprised to hear that the house sparrow and the blue tit are still the most spotted bird in our gardens, but there's bad news for the starlings.
You are at a nature reserve. This is Bedfordshire. Show us around a bit.
I am indeed, yes. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful gardens of the RSPB headquarters here in Bedfordshire. Of course, today's results of one of the world's largest garden wildlife surveys. And as we've been finding out, it's not been great news for one of our most common birds here in the UK.
They are nature's answer to the red arrows, giving breathtaking aerial displays known as murmurations. But sights like this could be dwindling. This year's Big Garden Birdwatch highlighted the lowest number of starlings on record in the UK, a figure described as a reason for concern by the RSPB charity. It fell to 4th place in the chart of most spotted birds, with the UK breeding population declining by 82% between 1970 and 2022. Almost 600,000 people took part in the survey, counting more than 9 million birds of over 80 species. The house sparrow was the most spotted bird of the year, while blue tits came second. Wood pigeons and blackbirds have also thrived as they held 3rd and 5th spot respectively. The RSPB described the count as an amazing achievement, providing a valuable snapshot of how our most common garden birds are faring, and say taking part is one important way to help birds and nature flourish.
And there's little things we can do to help as well, including bird boxes, not using pesticides in the garden, and keeping the lawn a little bit shorter for the starlings to help them hopefully thrive once again. And of course, at the moment, it's been so dry, a little bit of water out there would not go amiss either. But we will be producing our own over the next few days. So let's take a look at the forecast, because things are about to change this weekend. It's going to be a steady change in that we'll gradually see cloud increase from the west. Eventually, we'll see some rain spread across the country too through the weekend. And by the end of it, we'll all be feeling that bit cooler as well.
I'm thinking, Matt, that's looking rather lovely where you are. Early morning sunshine looks nice.
It's beautiful, Charlie. You know what? I cannot complain on a Friday morning. The sun's out, blue skies, barely a breath of wind, and I'm surrounded by birdsong. We're actually at the headquarters of the RSPB in Bedfordshire this morning. Reason we're here is because today is the results of their big garden birdwatch survey. And while some birds have been thriving, others not so great news, especially for the starling. Numbers have dramatically dropped.
Out and about in Bedfordshire for us today, and I see you have, what is it, dappled sunlight this morning. Would that be right, Matt?
I think that's about right, Charlie. Yeah, beautiful sun. I can start to feel the benefit of it now. Quite a chilly start here, but where we are this morning is in Bedfordshire, the beautiful gardens and grounds of the RSPB headquarters. Not bad for your main office, is it?
In a beautiful location, Sandy in Bedfordshire. Matt, my director is just telling me that you need to take a couple of steps backwards just for the light, because it's not quite right. The camera,
I think
it's not quite right.
3 will do it, Matt. 1, 2, go on, just a couple more.
Yeah. I know your game, you two. I've spotted the water behind me, but yes, very good morning from us here in Bedfordshire this morning, the RSPB headquarters. What a morning. We're surrounded by birdsong here, and as we go through Saturday night, after some rain spreading across the country, we'll see sunshine and showers, particularly in the west for Sunday, and all of us will feel a good deal cooler. Full forecast coming up, though, in half an hour. Back to you both.
When you take those few steps back, Matt, I think you'd look even better because I think you've done very well with the sun in your eyes as well. So I think there is an excuse today to wear some cool shades.
Help me cool off.
Pardon?
Yeah, thank you. Let me cool off, do you think, in
absolutely.
the sun?
It is a beautiful place, isn't it? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Rather envious.
Matt's not bad either. Thanks, Matt.
Maybe the answer is to keep it simple, just go somewhere nice and enjoy the weather. How about that, Matt? Is that a good idea?
Oh, indeed. I couldn't have asked for any better location this morning, Charlie. Beautiful start to Friday here. Where am I? Well, I'm in Bedfordshire. I'm at the RSPB's headquarters. The reason we're here is to talk about their survey. Of course, the Big Garden Birdwatch survey took place at the end of January. Amongst the most spotted birds, perhaps unsurprised to learn, is the house sparrow and the blue tit. But there's one common bird which is particularly struggling, the starling. And to tell us a little bit more about that, I'm joined by Jamie Wyver from the RSPB. Good morning. Jamie. Tell us a little bit more what's happening to starling numbers.
They've absolutely crashed. So we've lost quite a large number of starlings. This year we had the lowest ever number of starlings recorded in Big Garden Birdwatch since we started in 1979.
We're talking about an 82% drop, aren't we? What can we do as members of the public to try and help those numbers?
There are some ways we can help. So we know that what starlings need is grass. So have a natural lawn if you have a garden. Try and keep some of that short, mow it so that starlings can probe into it for insects and grubs and things. Don't use pesticides and chemicals in your garden. And also, if you can put up some starling nest boxes, that will help them find somewhere to raise their chicks.
So it's basically about trying to make their life a little bit easier as well. It's not all bad news, is it really? Because there are some of our common garden birds which are thriving a little bit. Which ones are they?
Goldfinches, which are absolutely lovely birds. I adore goldfinches. They're really pretty little birds and they will flock to gardens.
Yep, one of the most beautiful ones, I think you'd agree. Yeah. Who also took place, thank you very much, Jamie. Part of the survey, of course, 600,000 people took part. Jenny here was one of them. Thank you for joining us, Jenny. Why was it so important that you took part in the survey?
Well, I think as an individual, often you feel like you can't do much about bird conservation. So that's why the RSPB's Big Garden Birdwatch was so useful. It means like you can come together and do something for science.
Fun thing to do?
Yeah, I mean, what excuse do you need to sit out in the garden looking at birds? It's an hour of your day where you don't have to do anything else and, yeah, just observe the birds. So, yeah, it was lovely.
And which one was your most popular in your own survey?
Definitely, oddly enough, the starlings, because we do get a few in our garden, but there was also robins and we have a lovely little blue tit.
Oh, lovely. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for doing the survey, and thank you very much for joining us this morning, Jenny. Yeah, so some mixed results there overall, but thank you to everybody who took part on behalf of the RSPB. These results are very important to monitor. As Jamie said, the survey's been going since 1979. There'll be another one next year. And after a bit of rain spreading across some areas through Saturday night into Sunday, it's a story of sunshine and showers from Sunday and beyond. And for some of you, especially in northern and western areas, as we go into next week, it will feel much more like April should. So enjoy the sunshine today and have a great weekend. Back to you both.
You too, Matt. You enjoy the sunshine there. Thanks.
Hi, Helen. Hi, Nina. Looking sunny over there for the Masters. Sunny here as well, but some places haven't seen any rain for about 3 weeks. But that's all about to change. We've got low pressure building in for the weekend. More detail, because you can see very little rain for today on the chart. But if I run it as we go through tomorrow, we see some light rain building up from those showers over the weekend. But it's then into the beginning of next week, Monday and Tuesday, when most of us will see at least a dampening of the ground, more significant out towards the west. The weekend I will have for you just before the top of the hour, Nina. Yeah, it's a small change gradually taking place to a big change, I think. After all the warm and sunny weather, we've got some rain by Tuesday, as I mentioned earlier, for all of us. But so let's enjoy at the moment what's happening here in Cardiff. Beautiful sunny skies. Similarly so in Cornwall at the moment. In fact, there's barely a cloud in the sky. And unfortunately, the flip side of that coin is very high levels of tree pollen currently across much of England and Wales. And that's not going away even tomorrow. And still, as I mentioned earlier, some very high levels of tree pollen across England and Wales, and high for Scotland, most of Scotland and Northern Ireland as well.
Hello there. Well, it really has been a beautiful day to round off the working week. More of the same as we start the weekend, but then things will turn increasingly unsettled and with it somewhat cooler as well.
No.
dear.
It's going to change. I mean, we've had weeks of dry and sunny weather, but things are going to change. Now, let me show you what's been happening today. Kew Gardens was the warmest place in the country today with 23 degrees, but for many parts of the country, it was a very pleasant 20 or 21 Celsius. Let's run things on to Sunday, though. And temperatures are going to be a lot lower. It'll feel cooler and fresher. We could see a drop of 10 degrees in places. What about Saturday, I hear you cry? Well, Saturday is the transition day, if you like, because we'll start to see some rain coming into western areas, but it's still very warm in the east. And then that cooler and fresher air will have swept across the whole of the country for the second half of the weekend.
Darren, earlier we saw Chris by the River Thames. It was looking beautiful. Boat race on Sunday. What's it going to be like then?
Beautiful at the moment. By Sunday, Assad, though, there's going to be more cloud around, there's going to be a stronger breeze, and it's going to be cooler as well. The weather is going to be changing. We've been stuck, if you like, with dry and sunny weather for the most part for quite some time. And it's a very colourful scene here today earlier on at Kew Gardens. That was the warmest place in the country. Temperatures reached 23 Celsius.
And my advice would be to get outside tomorrow and enjoy the lovely sunshine and the warm temperatures, because those temperatures are set to slide and we've got rain on the way. I'll give you all the details and the full weekend forecast next.
Becky's been out and about in the sunshine over in East London today. But the question is, Becky, it was absolutely amazing today, but the change is coming, isn't it?
The change is coming. You should be in weather, Charlene. You make it sound so much more dramatic than me. Yes, the change is coming. We are definitely expecting a change in the weather over the next 24 to 48 hours. And definitely it's going to be rather more unsettled. Having said that, between now and then, we do still have, most of us, some lovely weather in store. Now, I reckon I have got the loveliest office through this evening. I am here at Stubbers Adventure Park in the London borough of Havering, where plenty of people have been out enjoying some Easter holiday fun, as you can hear still behind me on the lake today. After days of languishing under cloud, the southeast is today the warmest part of the UK, with highs hitting around 23.2 degrees. Now, as we look ahead to tomorrow, around here in the southeast, we do have the potential for an isolated 24 degrees, which would make it the warmest day of the year so far. But then, as you say, the change is coming. Let's have a look at what's going on with the forecast charts. You can see that high pressure is still very much in control of our weather. Notice the yellow colours in there indicating to them warm temperatures. High pressure pulls away, allowing rain-bearing frontal systems to move in. Now, if we have a look at those temperatures over the next few days, you can see they're slowly on the slide, but just about staying above the seasonal average. And we've got rain coming as well, potentially some really heavy rain. We really need that rain. There are wildfires on the Isle of Arran through this evening, and we are really expecting it to need that rain because we have had, for some, no measurable rain at all so far this month. So let's have a look now at the detail for the weekend. So let's have a look then at the picture for the weekend. As we look ahead to tomorrow, much of the UK is still going to be seeing some lovely conditions. Get out and enjoy it, please. There's going to be some hazy sunshine, but rain arrives in the south and southwest later on. And then for Sunday, it's a mixture of sunny spells and April showers, and starting to cool down a little bit as well. So as we look ahead then into the second half of the weekend, we've definitely got that change in type starting to move through. But for now, though, I'm going to enjoy my office. It's back to you in that dark, cold, underground studio. Sorry.
Oh, you show off. Thanks very much.